Hello, Sentinel Club friends. Welcome to your 30-minute Pilates session. We'll do a little bit of full body work today with a focus on the abdominals. You won't need any props. Let's get started. Lay down on your back. Your knees are bent and feet are on the floor. Your pelvis should be neutral, so the hip bones and pubic bone are on the same level, and there's a little space underneath your lower back. Your knees and feet should be about fist width apart, so 3 or 4 inches. Arms pressed gently into the floor by your sides. Exhale and imprint your lower back into the mat. And inhale, come back to that neutral position of the pelvis. Exhaling, imprinting, inhaling, neutral. Moving with your breath, moving your lumbar spine, and just beginning to warm up those lower abdominal muscles. Do one more, please. And then we'll build on this movement. Exhale, imprint your low back into the mat, tuck your pelvis and roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time into a nice long bridge. Inhale when you reach the top, and exhale, roll back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming to a neutral pelvis, exhale, imprint, tuck your pelvis, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, using your hamstrings along the way, and then rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time, coming back onto your mat. We'll do 2 more here. Focus on using your abdominals to articulate your spine. Use your inner thighs to keep your knees in line with your hips throughout the movement. And use your hamstrings, drawing the knees forward, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, and then rolling back down, controlling the movement with your abdominal muscles. Coming to a neutral pelvis. Keep that space under the lower back, engage through your lower abdominals, and then exhale, lift your right leg up to tabletop. We'll inhale, lower the leg down, tapping the toes on the floor, and then exhaling, lifting the leg back up. Inhaling, lowering, exhaling, lifting. Use your lower abdominals to keep the pelvis stable. Draw in from your belly button out to the outer edges of your right obliques to lift the leg. Our focus is on the stability of the pelvis, so try not to let there be any movement at all in the pelvis as you lift and lower your leg. Use your abdominal muscles each time the leg lifts. 1 more on this side. Set your foot down and switch legs. Exhale, left leg up to tabletop. Inhaling, lowering the leg down, exhaling, lifting. This time using your abdominals on the left side, between the belly button and the left obliques, drawing them in to lift the leg. Using those low abs and the pelvic floor to keep the pelvis stable as you lift and lower. One more here. Bring your leg up to tabletop. Hold it there. Take a nice deep inhale. Press your arms into the mat and then exhale, switch your legs. Inhale, pause, exhale, switch. Inhale, pause, exhale, switch. Now the focus is really on those low abs for stability as the legs pass each other in the air. Don't let your pelvis move. Don't let the tail lift or lower. Don't change the space between your lower back and the floor. Keep everything in your lower body very stable as the legs move in the air. Let's do 1 more on each side. Set 1 foot down and then the other. Bring your arms to a T. Palms are up towards the sky. If you don't have enough space, you can always bring your arms to a goalpost position. We'll lift 1 leg at a time to tabletop, knees and feet drawing together. Knees should be over the hips and the shins parallel to the floor. Your pelvis is neutral here. You can also do a slight posterior tilt, bringing the low back down towards your mat. We'll inhale, bring the legs to the right, lifting the left side of your pelvis. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, rotate the legs to the left, lifting the right side of the pelvis. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Good. So we're rotating the lower body around the spine, moving the pelvis and the legs as one unit. Keep your knees parallel to one another, unless you find that that causes you to arch into your lower back. If it does, then it's okay to let one leg drop a little bit behind the other. Let's do one more on each side. And come to center. Set your feet down one at a time. Interlace your fingers and bring them behind your head, creating a cradle for your head with your hands. Elbows are in the periphery vision. We'll exhale and lift the head and chest, coming up to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Inhale, hold, draw your belly in a little bit deeper. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift your head and chest. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower back down. Use your full breath. Try not to rush the movement, and instead focus on using your abdominal muscles. Keep your pelvis very still. Soften through the front of your rib cage. Support your head with your hands. Each time you lift, use your inhale to get a little bit deeper into the work before you lower back down. We'll do one more here. Lowering down, take 2 nice deep breaths and then come back up and add rotation. On your next exhale, lift your head and chest. Inhale, hold. Exhale, small rotation. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate the other direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Focus on keeping consistent flexion in your upper body, so don't let the lift change. Also, keep close attention on your pelvis and try not to let it wiggle side to side as you rotate your upper body. Keep your belly drawing in. Let's do one more on each side here. Come to center, lower down. Take your hands from behind your head and reach them up over the crown of your head with your palms up towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blades down your back and soften your rib cage. Try not to let your ribs flare open. You can leave your feet on the floor here or lift your legs one at a time to tabletop. And then exhale, lift your head and chest, bring your arms up and over, reach your fingertips forward, and then arms up, lower down. We'll exhale, lift your head and chest, arms up and over, fingers reach forward. Inhale, reaching up and lowering everything down to the starting position. Use your abdominal muscles. Try to keep your pelvis stable and keep your knees over your hips. If at any time this is too much, you can also set your feet back down on the floor. Let's do one more. Set your feet down one at a time. Take 2 nice deep breaths. We'll come back up for the 100. Since we're just doing a 30-minute session today, we'll actually do the 50, so 5 breath cycles. Bring your legs one at a time to tabletop. We'll exhale, lift your head and chest, bring your arms up and over. Legs can go up to the sky, out on a diagonal with the knees bent, or you can keep your feet on the floor. Hump your arms. We'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more breath cycle. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Set your feet on the mat one at a time, and then bring your hands back behind your head. Interlace your fingers. We're staying with the abdominal work. Finding a neutral pelvis, tail heavy, legs one at a time to tabletop. We'll exhale, lift the head and chest. Support your head with your hands. Exhale, take your right leg long. Inhale, center. Exhale, left leg extends. Inhale, center, exhale, extend. Inhale, center, exhale, extend. The head and chest stay lifting and the torso stays completely still. We'd like the pelvis to remain completely still as well. The feet should stay on the same plane, so as the leg extends, try not to let one foot sink below or rise above the other. Let's do 2 more on each side. And 1 more. Come to center, lower your head down, set 1 foot at a time back down onto the mat. Again, 2 nice deep breaths. We'll come back up and add rotation to that movement. On your next exhale, lift 1 leg at a time to tabletop and lift your head and chest. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, take your right leg long and rotate your upper body to the left. Inhale, bring it into center. Exhale, rotate and extend. The other direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate and extend. Again, keeping your focus on lifting the head and chest consistently throughout the movement. Adding the rotation to work the obliques, working into the side body. Getting nice extension in each leg as you take it out long. Let's do 1 more on each side. And come to center, set 1 foot down and then the other. Lower your head down and roll onto your side. Your bottom arm is long, the head rests down, your legs squeeze together. Bring some awareness to your body, stacking 1 hip bone above the other and stacking your shoulders. The hand is out front for balance. Squeeze your legs together, bring them just forward of center. Exhale, both legs lift. Inhale, lower it down to a hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hover. As you lift and lower the legs, the hand can be out front for balance. We can press the hand gently into the thigh for an added challenge, or you can take your arm up to the sky if you have complete stability in the pelvis. If you find any wiggling of your body as you lift and lower, please keep your hand on the floor. We're working the obliques, working the side body. This slight rock of the pelvis happens to work into our obliques. We'll do 1 more here. Lower down, bottom leg stays on the mat, top leg goes up and down. We're working into the side of the bottom. For an added challenge, you can lift the bottom leg and hold it up in the air. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Bring your top foot or your knee to the floor in front of you, whatever's best for your hips. Flex your bottom foot, drawing the toes towards your body, and then lift and lower the bottom leg. We're working the inner thigh. Keep your top hip drawing away from your armpit. Keep your under obliques engaged to support the spine. We'll do one more here. Lower down, match your legs, bend your knees and bring them out front. We'll do clamshells. Your pelvis remains completely stable, obliques support a nice long spine, and we open and close the top leg, keeping the heels together. Make sure that your pelvis doesn't wiggle forward or back as you open and close your leg. We'll do one more here. Lower down and bring your knees back. Feet still draw towards your bottom. Open and close here. It's the same movement but in a different position, so we're working more into the back of the bottom here. Again, we keep the pelvis stable and the obliques supporting this nice long alignment of the spine. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down. Bring your knees back forward. One more bit of work for that glute med. We'll take the top leg forward on a diagonal. Drip your toes down towards the floor, turning your whole leg downwards, getting internal rotation of the leg from the hip. We'll lift and lower here. You should feel this rather quickly in the side of your bottom. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower down, little massage if you need it, and then push yourself up to a seat, bring your legs to the other end of your mat, and lay down on your other side. The bottom arm is long, we bring awareness to the body. The pelvis is stacked, the shoulders are stacked, the hand is out front for balance. Take your legs long and squeeze them together. Bring them just a tiny bit forward of center and exhale, lift, inhale, hover. Exhale, lift, inhale, hover. Working the obliques. Just shortening the space between your hip bone and your rib cage. Try to feel it just a little bit into the front of your belly. If at any time you feel this in your lower back, try to rock your top hip back a little bit. Let's do 3 and 2. One more. Lower down. Hands still out front for balance. We'll lift and lower the top leg. Again, we have the option of lifting the bottom leg and holding it up as we work into the side of the bottom. Keep those under obliques engaged, spine stays nice and long. We'll do 2 and 1. Lowering down, top foot or knee goes to the floor in front of you. Flex your bottom foot, lift and lower the bottom leg. Regardless of the position you're in, try not to let your hips dump forward or back, keeping that nice alignment of the pelvis with the hip bones stacked and the top hip drawing away from your armpit. Let's do 3, 2, and 1 here. Lower down, match your legs. We'll bend the knees, bringing them out front, clamshells. Keep your pelvis stable, bottom obliques supporting, open and close. Heels stay together. We use the low abs to help keep stability in the pelvis. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down, bring your knees back so they're just in front of the center line of the body. Feet still towards your bottom, open and close. We'll do 4 and 3, 2, 1 more. Lower down. We'll bring the knees back forward, top leg to a diagonal. Rotate your whole leg down, so internal rotation, knee and toe drip towards the floor. Lift and lower here. Really getting that burn going in the side of the bottom. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, and we'll roll onto our backs. Take a figure 4 stretch. So bring your ankle across the opposite knee, keeping the foot flexed, and then draw the leg towards you as much as feels comfortable. You can also leave the leg on the floor, the foot on the floor, if that's more comfortable. You're aiming for a stretch in the back of your hip, and keeping flexion in the ankle to keep the calf engaged and protect the knee. Let's switch sides. Other ankle across the knee, keeping the foot of the ankle across the knee flexed, drawing your leg in. Undo your legs and bring them both to tabletop. Your knees will be just a little bit forward of your hips towards your body, so we're at about 80 degrees here of flexion in the hips. Bring your hands onto your shins just below your knees. Exhale, lift your head and chest. Inhale, extend your legs and arms. Exhale, circle your arms and draw your knees back into the starting position. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Keep your belly drawing in towards your spine. Pelvis is stable. If you need to, you can support your head with your hands here and just move the legs. We'll do 3 and 2 and 1 more. Draw it in, lower your head down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. Set your feet on the floor and roll over onto your belly. Laying on your stomach, squeeze your legs together, point your toes and sink your feet into the floor. Tuck your tail a little bit, engaging those abdominal muscles, and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Small tuck of the chin creates length in the back of the neck. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Squeeze your palms into your thighs to get some bonus work for your arms here. Keep your neck still. Imagine lengthening your spine so that you can scrape the top of your head against an imaginary wall in front of you. We inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, working the upper and mid back. One more here, please. Lower down, bring your hands by your face and push yourself into a child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Sink your bottom towards your feet. You can leave your arms out in front or bring them by your sides. Whatever feels the most comfortable to extend and lengthen your lower back. We'll come forward and into a plank. We'll hold for 30 seconds. So push the floor lightly away from you, step one foot back and then the other, and hold here. If you're on your hands, your bottom should be just below your shoulders, keeping your belly drawing in and your heels drawing over the balls of your feet. If you're on your forearms, the pelvis can be about shoulder height. And you can draw those elbows towards your feet to get a little bit of bonus work. We'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. Take any stretch that feels good for your shoulders. Child's pose or downward dog. to all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhale, sink your tailbone down towards the floor and round through your lower back. Inhale, round in your upper back and open your chest, arching in the upper back. Exhale, rounding the lower back, tail drips to the floor. Inhale, arch your upper back, open your chest. Use your abdominals to help move your spine. Use your back muscles as well. So as you extend in the upper back, draw your shoulder blades down your back, activating those upper back muscles. Let your head and neck just follow along. No need to move the head excessively here. Just let it move with the body. We'll come to a nice neutral position. Extend your right arm out in front of you. Flip your thumb up to the sky. Draw that right shoulder blade down your back. And then pick your left leg out behind you. From here, we'll exhale and draw the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend back out long. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Working the muscles across your back. Working the shoulder stabilizers, glutes and hamstrings, and those abdominal muscles to draw in each time. 2 more here, and 1 more. Extend and lower down. Left arm goes out front, thumb up, kick the right leg out. Shoulder comes down the back. We'll exhale, draw in, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in, inhale, extend. Try to keep stability in your shoulders and try to keep the pelvis relatively level. We'll do 1 more here. Extending out, lowering down. Make your way to a seat on your bottom. Your feet will be about shoulder width apart, arms out front, palms facing one another, sitting up as tall as you can. And then imagining there's a beach ball sitting in your lap. Exhale, nod your head forward and roll forward, rounding your belly over that imaginary beach ball. Shoulder blades stay down the back. We inhale. Exhale, back muscles roll everything back up. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, nod your head forward, roll forward. Inhale, small stretch. Exhale, roll back up. If this is a lot on your hip flexors or hamstrings, please bend your knees. As you roll forward, the belly goes in, hollowing over that imaginary ball, and we lengthen the spine. As we exhale and roll up, we use our back muscles. Neck and head come up last. Let's do 2 more here. And 1 more. Coming up to a seat, drop your hands. We'll scoot forward on the mat just slightly for rolling like a ball. Find balance on your bottom and bring your hands to your shins. We keep a nice consistent position of the body throughout, so pull your legs in towards you a little bit, round your belly, look down at your thighs. Really strong abdominals is what this exercise is all about. We look at our thighs and inhale, rock back. Exhale, come up and balance. We inhale, rock back, and exhale, balance. We'll do a few more here. Rounding the spine. Keeping the belly drawing in. Working efficiency and stability in the torso. Let's do 1 more. Come up and balance, hold your balance, keep those abs engaged. And then set your feet down, open your knees so that you can find a comfortable position, reach your arms up overhead, and then fold forward, getting a stretch in your spine, just letting everything relax. and then rolling up to a seat. Make your way to standing. From standing, we'll do 3 roll downs. So lengthen up through the crown of your head, have your toes point forward. We'll exhale, nod the head forward and roll through your spine, bringing your body towards the floor. Hands are underneath the shoulders, bend your knees a little bit, and then exhale, tuck your tail, belly in, and roll back up to standing. Inhale and exhale, roll back down. Inhale, take that stretch and tail heavy, belly in, roll up. Let's do one more, nodding forward, lead with your head and your neck, shoulders come down over the hands, belly in. Exhale, tail heavy, roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.